Hi guys, my name is Marie. I am starting a YouTube channel for weight loss, and I would like you guys to be there for my journey. This is more of a documentation for me to keep a journal for what I've been doing and to keep me accountable, but also so I can help give people perspective and guidance along the way as well from what I've been doing and how it's working for me. I am choosing to do a duodenal switch. There we go. I can say it. I'm planning to do the duodenal switch surgery here soon. I am waiting to get a date from my surgeon's office. That is a process. We can get into that here soon about what that process was and what I needed to do. But yeah, so I did decide that, I would like to do a surgery to help me along my journey and help me maintain that process. So a little about me. I am 41. I've been overweight almost my entire life. Like, I really have never been in a healthy weight since I was, in elementary school. I've been overweight. I haven't ever been able to be in that normal range. So kind of sucky, but it's part of my life and something I've been dealing with and always been trying to overcome. As a teenager, I was on diets. I, did the not eating diet for a while, which we all know is unhealthy, but I did do that. Don't do that. Don't recommend. Not good for you. Keep your calories, protein levels. Make sure you're doing right for yourself. But in my late 20s, I was able to lose about 80 pounds and met my ex I met my ex at that time and ended up gaining back the weight during that relationship. And that relationship ended in 2020. So, from 27 to 38, I was in that relationship and gained back that 80 pounds along that journey of life with that person. And after that relationship ended, I decided that I needed to live life for myself and to find out who I was now and figure out where I wanted to go in life. So so December of 2020 is when that happened, and I said I was going to try and lose weight and get to a healthy place. And I have yet to be able to do that. I did lose some weight, about 60 pounds. And then in October of last year, I ended up gaining back a lot of that weight. So, that wasn't fun. So I currently am at 255 pounds. The goal is to get under, to a healthy range. I would like to be at 140 pounds. 145 pounds is my end goal. I don't know how long that will take. I know that with weight loss surgery, you can lose up to 100 pounds in a year, sometimes more, depending on how heavy you are. Like, a lot of people, their journeys are different and everybody does it differently. So you don't know how your body is going to respond or react. So it's just trying to do what's right in the diet and maintaining it. But let's see some of the reasons why I decided weight loss surgery is where I want to go with my life and what I want to do for myself. Was I've not ever been able to maintain a weight loss. I can lose weight and I can get my weight down and I can do those things, but I can't maintain that. I'll get down to, a weight and then I will hit like a brick wall almost, where the weight stops coming off and I'm trying everything I can to just lose it and I'm not. I mean, I'm pretty sure most of you know, like, the story is you try every diet under the sun, you cut your calories, you reduce your carbs, you work out, all those things. And once you hit that plateau, sometimes it's just hard to break a plateau. I spent a year at 210 pounds, could not get out of the plateau, which was why I ended up going off of my diet in October of last year and decided I wasn't going to do that anymore because I wasn't happy. And then I ended up gaining a lot of weight and I wasn't happy with that either. So I'm at this point. I found out that my work offers insurance that covers weight loss surgery, not 100%, but it does cover a majority of it. And depending on your insurance, you might have different requirements, different types of options there, but I found that it is an option that is financially affordable for me to do at this point in my life, and I am going to do that. So I had to meet some requirements for my insurance, and every insurance has different requirements, but my insurance required a 4-month supervised weight loss with a nutritionist, and every month I would need to go and speak to a nutritionist and go over what I was doing in that month and how I was working on trying to maintain certain things that your nutritionist has asked for. I also needed a nutritionist assessment, which was done over those 4 months with that nutritionist that I was seeing. So that was pretty easy, not something I had to work outside of to get. I needed to get a medical clearance letter from my primary care doctor, which at the time I hadn't seen a primary care doctor in forever. I hadn't, it was probably, at least a year that I had seen a primary care doctor. And so I had to reestablish care with another doctor, and he was willing to help me in this. He just wanted to make sure that my body was okay for it. So he did an EKG and also just some blood work. So making sure that all of my levels were okay. Sorry, I show my nose here. Just making sure everything was okay with me. Nothing was wrong in that way, so that he could feel okay with giving that clearance to the surgeon's office. And then the other requirement is your BMI. It needed to be at least 40 or 35 with core mobility. I can't say that word, dude. Sorry, not coming out. Core mobilities, something like that. Hopefully you guys understand. If not, sorry. Brain's not processing. But so I don't have any of the core morbidities. Screw it, man. It's not coming out. Oh, anyways. So I don't have any of those. Thank goodness I don't. Like, they're things that, are not fun to deal with, and I don't want to deal with, and I'm glad I don't have them yet. But it is something that if I don't lose weight, I'm going to, and I don't want that. I don't want to be facing diabetes. I don't want to be facing heart disease. I don't want to be facing strokes. I don't want any of those repercussions of being overweight that can happen. Like, it's a reality. It's not something that I ever want to have to face in my life, and genetically I'm predispositioned for them. My grandparents both had that. My grandpa had heart problems. My grandma had heart problems. They both had diabetes. My mom has heart problems. So it's not something I want to risk having in the near future, because let's face it, I'm 41. It's there. Like, it's a reality that it can happen. So that is what kind of drove me to wanting the weight loss surgery, is not having to worry about what my weight might do to me in the future and the things that it holds me back into. Like, my body is, I'm too big for a lot of things now. Like, my knees hurt, my ankles hurt, my feet hurt, my back hurts. Like, things just hurt, and I know a lot of that has to do with how much I weigh, and I don't like it. So that is where I am. I did get approval. I'm already approved for the surgery with my insurance. That was sent over about 2 weeks ago to my surgeon's office, and I got the notice from them last week. And on Friday, today's Sunday, so on Friday they let me know that this is a weird thing, and I don't know what it means by them, but I'm grateful that I'm in this process. But I am in between 1 and 5 on their wait list to call me to get my dates set up for surgery. So hopefully next week is when I'll get called. I hope. So that's where I'm at. I'm just waiting to hear back from the surgeon's coordinator to get scheduled. And it's exciting, nerve-wracking, exciting though, because it's a new process, a new journey. It feels like it's a beginning, a starting step, and a tool that will help me be successful where I couldn't do it on my own. This tool is going to help me along the process and help me to relearn my body in a good way, that I'll know limits again, and I'll be able to know how to eat in a healthy way, in a way, sort of way to say. So like I said, like I decided on the duodenal switch. It's a surgery where they do a sleeve gastrectomy, and then also they reroute your digestive tract, or well, your intestines. They shorten your intestines, and then they reattach those to your stomach. And also part of your bile ducts, in a way, like your pancreas gets somehow adjusted as well in there, like the ducts from your bile, like that part also gets adjusted too. So there's a lot going on in the surgery. Like any surgery, there's risks involved. There's always risk involved, but this one has a low risk. Most of the surgeries nowadays are lower risk because how they do them, which is laparoscopically. So they'll have anywhere from 5 to 7 holes put in my stomach for the surgeon to perform the surgery. And it's a lot safer than it used to be. So I'm feeling very comfortable and confident with my surgeon. He's been doing surgeries for a very long time. And so I'm not worried there with my surgeon, because you know, he's been part of this industry for a while, and I'm comfortable and confident in him. So yeah, so that's where I'm at with that. And I did want to talk about some of the things I'm doing to prepare for surgery. These aren't things you need to do. They're if you're wanting to do surgery, but they're things I thought would be helpful for me. But I ended up buying some glassware that's 4 ounces, so in volume, because after the surgery you can eat about 4 ounces. And I wanted to have that, so I knew what that portion would be, so I could pre-make meals and portion that out in those glasswares. The other thing I did, totally not necessary, but I bought a new bed. I got a bed that raises up and down. I bought a very inexpensive bed off of Amazon that allows me to sleep more upright, because right after you have surgery, it is better for you to sleep in more of an upright position than laying down on your back, or you can't lay on your sides because you can't lay that way. You have to lay on your back. And I wanted something that would help prop me up to help that area, so I wasn't like using my ab muscles tremendously for the first few weeks after surgery. So those were just things that I was like, I want to do this to help make things more comfortable and help with heartburn. Sleeping in more upright helps with heartburn, which already is something I experienced, so I knew that would help me in that way as well. I also bought protein shakes, and I bought some, yeah, that was one of the things I invested in, was in protein shakes, because I wanted to have a variety of different protein mixes. I just got the Premier Protein powder. You can get the pre-mixed shakes. Those are definitely something you can do, but I did find they're more expensive. So the powder was less expensive for more, and I don't mind mixing up my shakes. So I got the protein powders, but that was something else I started with to try and get me to where I was set up for this surgery. And those are really the only things that I really invested in, because I felt like they would be helpful. There's probably more things. There's probably a lot more things you can do to help you and be more successful in the surgery, but those were the primary things for me that I was like, these are definitely what I need. So that's where I'm at right now. It's just I'm waiting. I'm in a waiting phase, waiting for a date, waiting for the doctor to say, here, let's go. We're on this process. For my surgery, I have to do a 2-week pre-op diet, which I'm hoping to take you guys along the journey on that, and hope that you guys will be wanting to learn about that 2-week diet and how the process is and how I feel during it. But for me, I know that mine will be 2 protein shakes for lunch and breakfast, or breakfast and lunch, however you want to say that. And then for dinner, it's a pre-made low calorie meal. So just like a healthy choice or a lean cuisine, or I'm not doing lean cuisine because I don't like them, but I need healthy choices. What I'm going to be doing is healthy choice meals. Not going to do that for the long haul because I don't like pre-made meals. I'd rather be making my own food and know what's going in my food. But that's what the doctor is wanting, so that's what I'm going to do because that's what my doctor wants. So once I get that call and I know my date, that's going to be what I'm going to be doing. I'll bring you along and kind of tell you how I feel every day. But right now I'm just going to be uploading once a week on Sundays. That's maybe Sunday, Mondays. Those are my days off. So I'm going to try and get videos out on those days. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys are interested and want to be part of the journey with me and give me some tips and tricks and ideas if you've had the surgery, what worked for you, what didn't work for you, and also just motivation. We all need that. We all need that motivation. So if you want to be part of it with me and help me on this journey, that would be such a great thing for me. But thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of this. Please subscribe so you can see when I do post. And I will see you guys next week. And keep your fingers crossed for me that I get a date this week. And yeah, I can start on the next phase of this process because it's been a long one. So if you're all wanting to do this, be prepared. It is a long process. It does take time, but is time well worth it. So I will see you guys next week, and thanks. Subscribe. Bye.